Good thing. Who told me that? William, you the man. See, I did this the other day. So when I stream my YouTube channel, I have to turn the microphone off because the YouTube channel will pick up. And I've messed up before, and I've had somebody email me, "Hey Mike, your YouTube channel microphone's on," and I'm like, "Oh my god, what did I just say? What did I just say?" um, but anyway, I was saying hey to Dina Ladd. Hey Dina Ladd, our softball buddy. We're going crazy with no softball. Hey, what's up, Don William? Here we go. Yeah, we got a stormy day. This is deja vu, man. It was a week ago that we were talking about tornadoes and their big Easter outbreak. I think it's up to 130 now, 130 plus tornadoes last weekend. It was incredible. This storm here we're watching today started out. A lot of Mets were saying it wasn't going to be an outbreak. Well, today the Storm Prediction Center is calling it possible tornado outbreak today. So I'm gonna go over everything real quick and see what we got to worry about. And I got my Princess cup, and I did not wash it because I just drink it again tomorrow. All right, so this is there's our storm chaser Donald Taylor, man. I would. Actually, Donald, I'm going to show you a graphic. Let's look at all the SPC graphics first. Very interesting day ahead. So your tornado chances, let's go here first. We got a pretty strong hatched area. You know, years ago I learned, the hatched areas usually mean business when the Storm Prediction Center brings out a hatched area. Unfortunately, we have it stretching from Texas all the way over to South Carolina. Pretty high chances here for some possible outbreaks of tornadoes. So here's your tornado map. This is through today. Now we also have a severe threat going into tomorrow morning for the East Coast you have to worry about. So don't get. The only thing I hate about these models is they end in a time frame, but the threat actually stretches to the East Coast tomorrow morning. So we're talking about today, right now. But here's your wind threat, Donald Taylor. So we got wordage. Wordage, is that a word? Is that a new bingo word for the year? What's up, everybody? I'm reading your highs. What's cooking? But the Storm Prediction Center is saying hurricane force winds today. So last weekend we had the the National Weather Service calling our low pressure area as it escaped the Great Lakes last Easter a cyclone. They called it a cyclone. Now they're saying hurricane force winds. So this is your wind map. The storms are going to get a little bit more stronger throughout the day as they push eastward, and we got some pretty serious wind threats here across Georgia and Alabama. Actually, all the way from Louisiana, Mississippi, but the colors really get going here. So that's a pretty big storm wind threat. Okay, now here's another interesting graphic we have. Hail. Usually we don't get hail this far south along the central Gulf Coast. Hail could be a big issue today from Texas into Alabama. So big stuff we're watching today. And this is all because, let me show you here. This is what we got cooking. Actually, let me show you this one. This is on our buddy Tropical Tidbits site. So this is GFS, and this is throughout today. We start to get all this energy ahead of a low pressure system. And as our low pressure system, let's rewind here. Boom. All right, so there we go. This is throughout the day, 999. My rule of thumb is anytime anything's under 1,000 millibars over land is when we have some problems. We'll talk about hurricanes a little bit, Dina. But this is throughout the day. There's our low pressure setting up. Bam, bam, bam. And tomorrow morning it starts to escape the East Coast. And the reason this one's staying a little bit farther to the south is we have a low pressure up north. We have a little bit of high pressure right here blocking. Remember hurricanes, it's all about high pressure. Low pressures do not go into high pressure. So this system's a little different from last week. Last week's system went north. This one's going to stick out a little bit more. So tomorrow's threats are decent chance for tornadoes tomorrow in the morning along the Carolina coast. So that's the tail end of this thing going into tomorrow. So summary for tomorrow, few hours Monday morning over eastern Carolinas, damaging winds, a tornado or two will be possible, and strong winds. So that's tomorrow. All right, show you some radars. Um, yeah, cool. We got 2,000 people. So good morning. Sunday morning. Sunday morning coming down. Where's my AJ buddy at? The Folsom Prison dude. All right, so here, let's go to Storm Prediction Center real quick. Say a couple more things, then we'll get rocking and show some models and maps and timing. This little guy just came out. Could be our first tornado watch of the day. This is lower Texas into Louisiana. This is where the storms are starting to set up this morning. And all this is going to push eastward throughout the day, right along that upper Gulf Coast. So, scary day ahead. I mean, I get messages from people that, just like Don, I'm on the coast because I don't think, I don't know how people actually know that we could have a pretty stormy day ahead of us. Pretty serious day, actually. Again, some of the wordage by the Storm Prediction Center is it's a public severe weather outlook. They don't issue these very often, but widespread damaging winds, hurricane force winds, several tornadoes, a few intense and large hail, baseball size. That's today. Yeah, we'll look at some time frames there, Heather. Yes. I got a bunch of maps to show up on there, so all right. So, anybody new watching, this is what we do hurricane season. ABC Fine Wine and Spirits is our Facebook sponsor through the hurricane season. They're back for another year. So we do this usually every morning, 9:19. I told the story yesterday. There you go, Cliff. We do this. I talk, we think out loud, I ramble on, show you everything, and it's cool. It's on Facebook. I usually upload it to YouTube when it's done, but you don't get the comments. You just get to watch it. And it's a pretty cool feature of Facebook. And I'd like to thank all my supporters on Facebook, by the way. We're getting some new ones for the season. You can always watch everything for free, but if you like what I do, you could be a Facebook supporter, get a cool little badge by your name, and tip your bartender Mike here a couple bucks a month, and show your support. And you get some cool little perks too. So there's that. All right, let's show you some maps and models and timing and what we're looking at. Let's look at some short range models. Here's the next 16 hours. Actually, the 12Z is running, but I don't think there's many. There's a few. All right. So this is your HRR. This one just came out. We already got the storms in northern Alabama, but here's the progression hour by hour. You can just generally see here's Texas starting noontime in Texas. This is where we're going to have our first watch. And then throughout the day, this line here is going to be pretty potent. Straight line winds through Georgia, Bama, Mississippi. The low pressure system setting up here, but you can just see this is throughout the whole day. All right, so by tonight at 5 p.m. Central Time. There's our line. Pretty odd setup because, like I said, we have a high pressure here blocking everything. But this thing's going to slowly build throughout the day. Right now we're getting lingering rains in Bama. It's like we got 2 rounds of storms. This is really odd. The storms last night never really let up. But we're going to have this little energy here race its way off, and then we got a second round of energy forming behind, and it's going to be a little double whammy for a lot of people. I mean, this here is 1 o'clock Eastern time, but look, this round that we're seeing now is going to be heading into Carolinas, and then the next stormy round gets in behind it. Look at that. This is all the way through tonight. This is midnight tonight. So, we mentioned this yesterday. Possibility of, sorry, I've been reading JM Donkey shirts. Yeah, I got to read more. I was getting right down to it. I try to be a little funny sometimes, but it never works out. So here's a couple concerning things I'll show you. All right, so the NAM has, well, we can look at it here too, but it's only 18 hours out. Well, we can look at it. We'll look at it on HR. So I usually like to look at the supercell composite. Supercell composite, just one way of showing the possibility of big thunderstorms, which can produce tornadoes. You need supercells usually to produce strong tornadoes, but here brighter colors, more of a chance for supercell. And this is throughout the day. It's loading now. It's loading slow. But as we get to noon, here's noontime, starting to get those cells in Texas. Here's that, we're going to have some stray storms ahead of it. So like I said, we could have a double whammy for a lot of folks today. Now, it really gets going here tonight. This is 6, 7, 8 p.m. tonight through Louisiana, getting into Mississippi. Staying along that Gulf Coast, too. Again, this is an odd setup because the low pressure is farther south than normal because we have a high pressure to the north and a low pressure above that. So the low pressure is scooting across eastward. So we could have some stormy nights again. I hate these nighttime tornadoes, but even in the Panhandle. So this storm system staying low. So just be prepared on the upper Gulf Coast. And then if you look at your NAM, almost exactly the same. Here's your build up through to tonight. This is 7 p.m. tonight. You can just see the progression. Here's 4 a.m. So again, we could have storms overnight develop. There's 6 a.m. Now it's showing possibility down in the Florida Panhandle, but we're not officially in the SPC range. So like I said, some of these you just take with a grain of salt. Mike Tyson. But the important thing to note, like I was saying, is a lot of folks along the upper Gulf Coast are going to get action, and this thing's going to last through the night. And like I said last week, just watch the radar. I got some great radar links, National Weather Service radar. We got a big blob of rain already in Georgia. This is the first round happening. But the big stuff's coming behind you, so don't get caught off guard. Listen, if you're in Alabama and Georgia, this is preliminary action. The big stuff's coming later today from Texas, so you need to look over this way. This is where we're seeing more buildup throughout the day, and it's going to head to the east. And so again, Florida Panhandle, yes, be very alert today. We have red moderate stretching into the North Panhandle. Florida, again, Gainesville North, almost exactly like last week. There you go. So let me take a break here. What's up, Stokes? Hurricane Hart. 4 a.m. I can go back to the 4 a.m. I mean, again, all right, so this, this stuff isn't exact science as far as timing goes, but it's just showing that the storm threat can definitely maintain some structure overnight, and that's something to worry about. So you don't want to see overnight tornadoes. All right, so here's looking into right now. This is pretty good accurate. This is your NAM 9 a.m., 10 a.m. As your storms develop today. So whatever you're getting currently in Bama and Georgia, you're going to get it again in this evening. So you got 2 rounds of rains coming. So the heavy stuff, again, we're gonna have a squall line. Here's your 4 a.m. Whoever was asking about 4 a.m. There's a possibility. 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, they talk about the Carolinas tomorrow morning. This is 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Could have a skinny little line left over, but Carolina threat in the morning. Lower Virginia, maybe Paul Jeanette. I see you on there. Oh, we got to show Louie. I hear him snoring. He's probably on Mama. This is Julie's day off. Is Louie over there? Julie? They got their headphones in. Her and Sarah are like this. Julie! Where's Louie?
He's sleeping.
Get him over here.
Louie, go on.
Come here, Louie. Oh, Floody, Telford, great. Hey, thanks, Carolyn. Let me see some highs. Tommy from Mississippi Gulf Coast. Carol, well, listen. Oh, my goodness. This first batch of rain, if you're not getting this first batch of rain, the upper Gulf Coast is later this evening. 3, 4, 5 o'clock, we can start seeing this setup here. So, this is where we're going to see the rains pumped in, or the energy from the Gulf. This is some tornado parameters. This is where, by tonight, 5 p.m., this whole area down here tonight. So if you're along the upper Gulf Coast, you got a few hours of, come here, Louie. He's got 2 girls spoiling him on the couch. So I don't know if he's going to.
He hasn't moved a muscle.
Hasn't moved a muscle. Hey, Mason, what's up? Yeah, we've been talking about this a few days. Let me close some windows. That's our tradition here. Let me close windows. Windows. Haven't crashed the computer yet. And I need to talk about what's coming up next, too, by the way. This pattern that we're in. Listen, the Gulf's all extremely hot. springtime. This is a great site, by the way. Check it out. Tropical Tidbits. I love going to it. It's free. A lot of the other sites I use, I pay. I actually donate to Levi. Support Levi. There's a donate button up here. But next week, during the week, we got another low pressure coming across the country here. And this is the one we're looking at now. But here's what happens midweek. Check it out. Let me see. Where's Wednesday? There's Wednesday. All right, so here's our next low pressure system. Deja vu. This was midweek. But look, deepening low pressure. This is a GFS. They're already showing storms again ahead of this thing. This is Wednesday, Thursday, midweek. And again, same setup. Deepening low pressure across the land. And this land is your land. Man, we just got the word that we got homeschooling for the rest of the year. Can you believe that? I love you teachers. Oh my God. I'm not into this homeschool thing. Crazy. All right, so pay attention to that. All right, so here, we're already getting long term, day 4. They're already talking about it. That's all going to push eastward. Again, this is midweek. This is Wednesday. That's Wednesday. Here's another good map we can look at on showing the rain. Let's see here. We can look at low pressure. All right, so here's basically the midweek storms. This is now. This is today. Oh, Telford. I wanted to bring that up. All right, but here's your midweek Wednesday. Look at that. Low pressure. Same setup. This one might, again, lower southeast. And Florida Peninsula, you got, we get these tail end of these little fronts. But this is midweek. Another setup coming. God, this is like bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. All right, so Telford brought it up. Let's look at the rainfall. Big rainfall threat today. 24-hour rainfall. This is a lot. This right, because, all right, you saw the graphic. This is an odd low pressure system. It's going straight across east to west, or west to east. That's why I should be going to school. West to east. And look at this rain. We're gonna have rain training. We haven't talked about rain training a lot, but this, where you just get the same bands of rain just coming. And look at this. This is 24-hour rains. We could have pretty serious localized flooding here, Mississippi to Georgia, South Carolina. But look at this. 5, 6, 7, 8 inches possible here, right at the Auburn, middle Georgia, Alabama right here. That's a lot of rain today. That's 1 day rain totals. 5 day rain totals. Look at that. That's mainly 2 day rain totals. Well, no, this is the midweek. So I'll tell you what. Let's look at 7 day. Yeah, there we go. 7 days. So this is combining our midweek system. But look at this rain. That's 5 to 7 inches in orange. Anybody right there. So the flood potential today is right here. That's today's flood risk map. So you got it all today, man. You got hail. You got wind. You got tornadoes. Best case scenario. And that. Let's see if you know what movie that was from. That was one of my favorite all-time movies. Hey, what's up, Patricia? Cook. You'll be cooking in the morning. We got winds coming. We showed this again yesterday. Let's look at the windy map. So we got low pressure escaping the Carolinas tomorrow. And this one's going to get a little more offshore. We got big low pressure out there right now. But here's our low pressure. And boom, as it kind of circles up, here's your morning winds. We could have 50-mile-an-hour winds in Charleston. Let's see when the peak's going to hit. This is Monday afternoonish, 50s. So you get big winds tomorrow along the coast. On top of storm threats. The winds today, though, they're talking about hurricane force winds today. Again, the wind map, pretty significant wind map here. This is your wind map. And this isn't tornado, these are straight line winds. But they can do as much damage, especially when they say hurricane force winds. So you're going to get a land cane. Merry Christmas. All right, what else is cooking? Let me read. Hey, Pete, how many miles per hour? Well, the East Coast is going to see 40, 50-mile-an-hour gusts throughout the day tomorrow. Most of it will be gone by tomorrow night. Again, tomorrow morning storm threat. Don't focus so much on what we're seeing today. This is all going to push out in the early mornings tomorrow. So basically, we have now until noontime tomorrow. We got to worry. William, it is supposed to be active. My goodness. Every prediction that comes out is higher than normal. The latest was North Carolina State, and they are showing, I think, 19 to 22 named systems. That includes tropical storms, but I think they predicted 11 hurricanes. That's a lot. So we saw AccuWeather higher than normal, Weather Channel higher than normal, Colorado State higher than normal, and now North Carolina State higher than normal. So not trying to be an alarmist or hyper. But hey, it only takes one, just like tornadoes. Oh, Scott, there's a new map I'm going to show you for hail. Let me show you that. Land cane. We got a land cane. This is not, well, it's got land cane characteristics. It's a fast moving low pressure system that's going to have hurricane force winds with tornadoes. Hilton Head in Charleston. Yes, Alan, in the morning, early morning hours, you need to pay attention. Could have tornado watches up for you guys, and definitely some serious winds. Camp Geiger, not sure. What's that? All right, so let me show you a new map here. Somebody's asked about hail. So one of these paid sites that I use, where is it? Here we go. I think it's HRR. There's a new hail predictor map, which is kind of cool. So we'll see if I can find it. I think it's HRR. I think it's the rapid refresh. Let's go southeast, a little closer. Surface hail. So there's, actually I should zoom out. Looks like it's more into Texas. Imagine that. Imagine hail in Texas. They had some last night. Hail in Texas last night. Hail, no, you say. Hell. I can't say hell. I can say hail. All right, here's the U.S. Oh, there's lightning. We don't want to see lightning. We want to see hail. All right. So couple weeks ago we had, I don't know. It ain't showing a lot. But here's your timing anyways. Okay, well, it'll at least show timing. So timing for hail, noontime, we're going to get, you get a few of them in Bama. But mainly, all right, this is noon, 1, 2, 3. So it looks like going into Louisiana, early afternoon, we'll start to get the hail threat. And then tonight, 6 p.m. for Mississippi and Alabama. And then overnight. So there's your timing. Texas now, Louisiana past noontime. And then slowly getting into Mississippi and Louisiana, or Bama a little bit later, like early evening hours. So, but don't go by that map. We got to go by what ASPC is showing, and they're showing a pretty significant hail event. Baseball size hail. So there's significant severe hail threat stretches from basically, central Texas all the way into Alabama. So anyway, hey, what's up, Tom? Explanation point. Windermere, Florida. Yeah, I know where that's at. Middle State. Hey, Jennifer, we need to have a talk. You got to do better than this. Tornadoes. I know tornadoes. I hate tornadoes. Man, and you know what? Like I said, we got a threat midweek too. Bam, bam, back to back to back to back. You know, this is spring, man. This is that warm Gulf moisture fed up in front of these fronts, and as long as we keep getting these fronts and lows dipping down, I already saw chatter. I mention it all the time. You know, May tropical systems are never unheard of. In fact, there's been more May systems than over 50% May systems developed in the last 7, 8, 9, 10 years. So May systems, tropical name systems, are not uncommon. Here's that system we just saw. That's pretty big low pressure out there. Look at that. That's a big one. 30 foot swells, waves right there. Look at that. That's currently off the coast of New England. But so as these fronts come down and they start to weaken, then we'll start to see energy left behind and typically get going an early season storm down here get going in the Western Caribbean or even the Bay of Campeche, or is it Campeche? Campeche. Hey Don, yeah, I'm in Oldsmar. So there's nothing showing anything to worry about, except they're already saying, hey, warm water. A lot of fronts are dipping down, and these fronts help kickstart systems because they leave behind a little bit of low pressure energy, and they get spinning, and then they get pulled northward. And with all the warmth of the Gulf, it would be more like a wet tropical threat more than winds early in the season. The warm Gulf would fuel higher moisture for sure early on. So anyway, what are you guys talking about? Hey Diane, thank you. Got a lot of supporters on here. We really appreciate that. Cool little thing Facebook's doing now. So, and I hear Louis Storm. All right, only 2 questions here. All right, Melbourne. So Florida. Florida not going to get a lot as far as Panhandle. Yes, Peninsula. No, as always. And some of this rain is welcoming across the upper Gulf, especially in Texas here. Texas is not getting a lot. Houston's fixing to get a little bit right now. They're going to be getting a tornado watch soon, apparently. We have flooding. Here's another map. So we already have flooding warnings up and flash flood watches. Oh, there's our tornado watch just got up. Look at that. So it's showing up here. Look at that. This happens live. See yellow? Yellow is up, but we don't have a yellow here because they haven't even posted it yet. So it's going to get posted. Now what they'll do here, they'll post this, there we go. So you'll get the post here, but you won't get the image yet. But you have to click on it to get the image. This is all, it's fun to watch how they do. But anyway, there's our first tornado watch of the day. This one lasts until 3 p.m. Central Time into Louisiana, Texas there. So there's that one. That's live. That one just happened. And we're just going to get them all day long. They're gonna go stretching across the southeast up until the Carolinas. So there you go. All right. Missy, normal. I don't know. My biggest issue this year will be getting up in time, because I found myself last night. This is crazy. I was Googling junk to mess with in the garage. It was 10:30. I didn't make a drink yet. I'm wired. Next thing you know, it's 11:30. I put in a movie that I hadn't finished watching. Next thing you know, it's 1:30. I'm wide awake. I'm like, oh my God. Then I go to bed at 2 o'clock, watching weather, and it's hard to get up. When the kids have school, I go to bed normal. Then I'm up at 6 o'clock. So we're not going to stretch it back anymore. 9:19 is our time to shine. That's our Coneheads. Somebody just mentioned Coneheads. So everybody named themselves Coneheads last year, because that's who everybody is in our chat rooms. A bunch of Coneheads. So there you go. You could be a Conehead too. Be a part of our morning chat sessions. And they get pretty busy during hurricane season. We had 44,000 at one time last year. Yeah, Christy, I do believe it. We'll have an early start, likely. It's hard to predict, obviously, but the conditions are there. Let's see if I can systems history. There's more May systems than there's not, and I'm really not sure what graphic I'm looking at. They have their weekly, May 1st to May 10th. Well, this is, this is an interesting one. There's only been 2. There's a good one. This one's got El Nino and everything. All right, so we can go by dates here. All right. So this is pretty interesting. Look at this. May 1st to May 10th. There's only been 2 systems ever in 150 some years plus. But when you get to May 11th, we start to get more. And you can see where they start. This is usually energy down here. A couple of them over here. These are just old fronts. And then May 21st. So you can see where we're looking. This is May 11th through 20th, the history for 100 and some years. There's May 21st through 31st. And then June, it really gets kicking right here. Look at that. So you can see the area to watch. Look at that. I mean, this is the history of storms. This is all your storms May 1st through 10th. This is all your storms May 11th through 20th. All your storms 21st, 31st. Then we start hurricane season. Look at that. Bam. I mean, you're talking Gulf, Western Caribbean. And you don't have to, Jim, our buddy, my Tampa Bay Bruin hangout buddy, Mason maybe will. Then the haters come out. Hey, Taylor, little man. I got my little man snoring over there. That's Louie. But look at this. So everybody asked about so Atlantic. Like a couple years ago, they talked about the Atlantic. This cracked me up 2 years ago because we were talking about long range stuff 2 years ago. And the big news was the Atlantic was cooler than normal. And that made all the headlines. Oh, my God, I think that was the year of Florence and Irma. But anyway, it doesn't matter what the Atlantic's doing right now because, we don't get the Cape Verde season going until really, I mean, look at this. June. We had one little Lone Ranger out here. This is June 21st. But the Cape Verde season really doesn't get going until middle of the summer. This is middle of July. And then you really see things pick up the end of July. See, the end of July, look at that. So we focus, look at that, boy, August. This is the history of 100, this is 100 some years, but it's a cool little map. See how they all curve? Look at that. They all curve. They all curve usually, eventually. So anyway, for early this season, we look here for the next 2 months. So anyway, all right. What else is going on? Dogs are happy. Yep. Girls are making breakfast here in a little bit. Water is much hotter. Yes, Dawn. Gulf is, I think, for this time frame, it's the hottest ever. 3-4 degrees Celsius above normal. That's definitely helping fuel these. Like the system here in Florida. Just when did it rain? Did it rain yesterday, Julie, or the day before? I can't remember now.
What?
When did it rain? Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. So the models weren't predicting much for the Florida Peninsula yesterday. In fact, a lot of Mets went to bed on Friday night and said very little chance. In fact, my dad emailed me, "Where the hell does rain come from?" The Gulf is so hot. It helps boil these systems. So, that's why, when we see these SPC maps, sometimes, like Friday we had nothing in the peninsula, and then Friday afternoon they popped up yellow. They're like, oh man, this little blob coming off Texas. Early in the day on Friday it wasn't predicted to be anything. Halfway through the day on Friday it was predicted to be something. That's because, amongst a zillion other things, the Gulf is hot, and I'm not going against the SPC here, but I am looking at some of the models showing that we could have a line stretched down a little bit farther into Florida to watch. So we'll be watching that tonight and tomorrow morning if they start showing a little bit more chance of this line getting farther south. Right now, they're not really showing. Well, there's combined radar. We don't want that one. We want this one. And let's see. It doesn't go out that far yet. 12Z might, but I don't know if it's finished running yet. See, there's a skinny little line. This is what you got to watch. So, this is tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So, this is what you got to watch, Florida. Even though it's not predicted, we get these little tail end, these skinny, see that little skinny little line tomorrow? Look at that. Right across I-4. This is tomorrow afternoon, noon, 1 o'clock. So, I would, always watch. There's always a chance we could have a squall line tomorrow roll through Florida, even though it's not showing up yet, as far as officially something to worry about. I wouldn't be worried about it. I'd just be aware of it. And the 12Z's running now, so we'll get some fresh data soon. And even NAM's showing a skinny little line tomorrow. So, anyway, all right, what else is cooking? South Carolina, Adam, I think that, I'd be paying really good attention. I mean, your particular spot, but we had tornadoes last weekend outbreak in the Carolinas pretty strong. So I just hey Christy, oh yeah, I will remind her, Christy or Julie. I'll message you. Oh, this lady Christy's asking about masks again, so we should give her information. I'll have her email you. I'll have her message you. Look for Julie Boylan. That would be very nice of you. Oh, someone wants to mail you some masks.
Oh, yay. I have to start wearing them.
Yeah, Publix is requiring them now, and they give you one.
Yep.
They give you one.
And tell me I have to wash it every
You got to wash it every day. So masks would help. What's up, Mirtha? Let's see, Longwood. I know where that's at. Been there many times. Orlando. What else is cooking real quick? Eastern North Carolina weather. Ryan. Yes. Well, listen, Ryan. Tomorrow morning, you're going to get a lot of wind, no doubt, no matter what, tomorrow. Question is if you'll be under a tornado watch. All the nasty stuff's going to be coming in before noon tomorrow. Leading up to 6, 7, 8 in the morning, you'll know what kind of line you're going to get. So you could wake up to tornado watches. So I would just be watching that. It's all going to be gone by early afternoon. Christy Case, hey, listen, there's a good chance some of the areas hit last week are going to get hit again. It's unfortunate, but this is a tick farther south. Michelle, yeah, they are cool. I've seen some interesting looking masks out there. Tune in for Charleston. What's up, Charleston? Yeah, you guys got weather coming. Guess what? Wednesday, midweek, we got more coming. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Louisiana, Darcel. Listen, everybody in Louisiana needs to pay attention, especially southern parts. I mean, this is throughout the day. Hey, Paul, Jeanette, what's cooking? You're going to miss most of the action. You get a little rain, maybe. Crestview tornado likely. It's hard to say likely tornadoes, but I think you're going to see these watches go throughout the day. You're going to see them pop up, just like we did last week. Pop, 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 pop. And again, the difference with this system is you can tell by the rain map here, your 24-hour rain map. This system's going horizontally, so we're going to have a lot of areas here going to get the same rainfall. That's a big concern as the flooding. So be prepared. We're going to have a lot of rain for spots that might not even be expecting it throughout the day today. Once these things start bubbling. All right, Biloxi, yep, you're right on the line. Listen, anybody in that Gulf Coast, I'm telling you, yellow and orange and red usually means, pay good close attention. And again, I always have the charts on here if you want to read what they mean. That's on the website. Get that question a lot. There's that. You can read it. Hey, Michael, what's up? Way up here in Fernando Beach. Hey, what's up, Michelle? All right, let me play my ignorance here and find out exactly where Fernando Beach is. Because being a Florida resident, I don't want to sound silly. Oh my God, I got a good friend that lives in St. Mary's, Troy Meredith. Telford, yeah, I would not want to keep your eyes off of the system today, that's for sure. You're gonna get action tonight, no doubt. I mean, Jacksonville, all you guys. I mean, right on that edge. It's just hard. Systems like this, you can't really predict exact locations, but this SPC map is usually pretty golden. Hey, I did see that. Scott looked like a piece of candy, man. Oak trees. Robert, probably not much. Hey, what's up, Eric Kilmer? Somerville, hunger down. Ugh, you might do it again. It's good morning. All right, cool. All right, well, the girls want to make breakfast. I told them it'd only be 30 minutes. I don't know how long I've been on. So again, guys and girls, be weather alert today. There's a good, and it's amazing when I do these Facebooks. I have people that really rely on Facebook and get the word out that today we could have tornado watches up and you know, just like we saw last week. I mean, anybody basically Tennessee south up into the Florida Panhandle needs to stay alert. So, hey Peggy, I believe I saw your post before, and that is heartbreaking. Hopefully they were safe. Amy, South Carolina is later tonight into early morning hours. Could be overnight threat. Hey, thanks, Michelle. I get, I kind of have the same tools as everybody else. Yes, I guess all meteorologists on TV have access to the same maps. I think we just have a great platform to share. And a lot of these maps that you can't find on national sites that I like to put on here. And I've actually had folks from NASA, NOAA, NHC send me links and maps to throw on the website because they find it easy access. So that's always humbling to see into here. So, all right, cool. All right, so a couple things. All right, so here's the deal. If you guys are on YouTube, again, I got a YouTube channel. What I do is I upload the video. So if you want to rewatch it or you didn't watch it, I have all the videos. You can watch them on my app. I also have a cool Twitter feed on the app now. If you have an app, a live Twitter feed that has all my favorite weather people. So that's pretty cool. You can watch live weather as it happens on your app. And I also have that embedded on my weather page, weather YouTube channel, right here. It updates every minute. Current, it's not live right now, so I'll go back to live when we're done. So I got to hit the button. What's up, Rick Hess, Amanda? All right. Hey, Kim, sometimes it's a little crackly now. Hey, Mirtha. Yeah, I love doing it. I'm obsessed with weather. I don't know why. And it's not even hurricane season yet. Look at the storms out here. We got a huge low pressure area. We got storm warnings out here off the coast. But look at this. We got, here we can look at our cool windy map. I guarantee we'll see it. There it is. Look at that. Look at that sucker. That's a pretty powerful low pressure area. So if you're in Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, you're going to get you're probably already getting some big winds. Look at that. Wow. That's real live wind. And the reason that we're seeing this weird east to west pattern here, this isn't a good map, but we have high, low, high. And that low right here is sandwiched. Let me see if I find a better one here. This is kind of where we're at. This is why this one's a little different than yet last week's. This one, so last week's system, so this week's system we have a high pressure system blocking it. So it's got nowhere to go but straight east. And we have a high pressure right here. Next week again, it's going to happen all over again. This is next week. Going to have repeat Wednesday, Thursday. So Ryan Wood official. Now, I always put out a funny one. I predict at least one name system. But I do think the conditions are ripe for at least average plus. That's all they can go off of. So, Susan, Central Florida's might not get much. If anything, if anybody in Florida Peninsula gets anything, it'll be tomorrow. Late morning, afternoon, we'll start to see the tail end of this thing push its way south. So that's the threat for Peninsula Florida. Nothing right now to stress about. As a matter of fact, they don't even have color highlighted for West Central Florida. So if anything, tomorrow we'll have a skinny little squall line to watch. See what that thing can do. All right, cool, man. All right. Hey, I appreciate everybody. But I got to go. Got to do my Sunday chores. Thanks, Sheila Ross. Sitting in the barn watching lambs. That's cool. We don't have any lambs here. We have hawks that fly around. We have alligators. Ocala, same thing. Ocala, morning time, maybe a skinny squall line. Put hot dogs in your pockets. What's up with that? Why would you put a hot dog in your pocket? Must be an old wise tale. Maybe I didn't know about it. We watched Wizard of Oz the other day. Hey, Elizabeth. I don't know if we got any waves yet. I follow a guy on Twitter, Duval. Or, I don't even know how you say his name. He's a good guy to follow. Dabu. I don't even know how you say it. This guy's a weather nut like me. But he watches stuff long term too. He usually finds the first wave of the year. But I don't think we've got one yet. I like to read everybody. I spread it around. I do have an app, Rachel. On your page, Tropical Tidbits. Brad, good question. Right here. Boom. So, and Jim, if you're watching, I know, buddy, I'm going to do a tour one day. But up here in the upper left, Tropical Weather Updates, I have all these animated computer run pages. Here's Tropical Tidbits and Weather Nerds, my two favorite. But we also have other sites that show weather spaghetti models when the season comes. But these are the direct links: GFS, Euro, CMC, and HRR. These are your prime links here that go to Tropical Tidbits. So you look at the latest GFS and so on. So there they are up there. And I added a bunch of other stuff. NHC Talk. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got so many cool links. I even forget that I have them. Here's another one I added. 5. What's 5? Oh, there's a good one. Yes, I'm always adding new stuff. There's the information on the app. Somebody's asking. Hi, cool. Hi. Oh, Jenny. Hey, didn't know that one. I learned something new. Look at that. So, Julie, you listening? Nah.
What?
Oh, somebody said you put hot dogs in your pocket when you go in a tornado shelter?
What?
Yeah, what? That's what I said. You know why? So if the search dogs have to find you, they find the hot dogs. Don, yeah, you get it. I'm going to do it for the supporters first. Got to give you guys a little something extra. Make it worthwhile. All right, be safe, y'all. I'll be updating all day long. I'm going to post the latest tornado watch. Here it is. Bam. This one just got posted. And we'll have more throughout the day. So I am Connie. Yes, soon. Connie, I promise. Very soon. You got it, Dawn. We'll do it at 9:19 one day this week. So it might take hours. I must have a bazillion links. I say bazillion. That's like my word of the year. That's a new word for the bingo game. I don't even know if is bazillion even a word. Bazillion. It's probably gonna come up with some Brazilian porn. I gotta watch out. Oh, yeah. Buzzillion is a very large, exaggerated number. So it is a word. Houston, Texas, you're gonna get rain. Now, out your doorstep. Here it is. Boom. Look at that. Coming your way. Looks like a teddy bear flying through the air. Look at that. Upside down cat. See it? Look. He's like this. Bah! Look at that. You got arm, tail. Look at that. And that looks like a fish. There's Nemo. Ooh, we can't talk about that. Dirty minds out there. That's twice in 1 minute. I gotta be careful. Somebody, I don't know. Hey, you got it, Jen. I will tell them. Emily's sleeping. She's a teenager now. So 11:30 last night, I'm yelling at her to go to bed. She's in there playing Fortnite. She did play softball like 4 or 5 days a week. We've been hitting the fields. She's still going to lessons. So I let her stay up late. But then the problem is when she stays up late, she's turning into dad. She wakes up late. Eventually, I think I'm going to stay up all night and then start the pattern all over again. Because I guarantee.
She's not turning into you. She's a typical teenager.
Well, I'm still a teenager. I haven't grown up yet. Yeah, we don't want a bazillion hurricanes, Don. Nope. But hey, North Carolina State predicted 22 possible named storms. That's a lot. In fact, I mean, let's think about that. So they said 19 to 22 named storms. Let's see if they even have 22 names. I don't think we do. What the heck? We could be going down. We could be down to Vicky and Wilford. All right, so see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh my God! So we could be going into the Greek alphabet. That's the names this year. Arthur, Bertha. I got them on my shirt. But look at Teddy, Vicky, and Wilford. We could be. And if they run out of, if we get past W, they go to the Greek alphabet. I don't even know what they are. They have oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, an event of 21. So they have 21. So the Greek alphabet, alpha. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Let's hope we don't get into that. So there's name 22, alpha. My Greek buddies here in Tarpon would be excited. Crazy. All right, anything else? Babies, what's going on? All right, tornado warning already, Texas. Oh my goodness, it's starting already. Here, let's take a look. Not showing here, but it doesn't mean it's not happening. But look at that, severe thunderstorm warning. Probably hasn't even got posted yet. So we got severe thunderstorm warning in Texas right now. Going on, just got posted a minute ago. So that's happening. That's that little storm line right here. Oh, I actually did show up. Yeah, look at that. See, it's already popping a little color right there. So, and these are fast-moving systems today. These are going to be spawning a lot of tornado warnings. A lot of Doppler-indicated tornadoes. Hopefully, a lot of them don't hit the ground. Yeah, I remember that year of the Greek alphabet, Michelle. When the heck was that? It was like, I remember it was a crazy year. A lot of the systems went out to sea, luckily. A lot of them didn't impact anybody, but Wilma. Oh yeah, don't forget Wilma. I was tracking Wilma. That was the year after my page started, 2005. See, we got a track for Wilma. Here we go. Here's Wilma. Look at that. Late season. It was in October, wasn't it? Look at that. Kind of, you know, same deal with Michael. You know, Michael formed right here, Western Caribbean, late in the season, real warm. Front came down, I'm sure, and picked this one up. Michael didn't have a front, went straight north. 2005, yes. All right, so I'm going to go for sure now. I can ramble on forever. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting Mike's Weather Page. Don't forget to get your hurricane season shirt. I'm already getting people send me pictures. We'll start doing a daily post here with our pictures. But hey, I might have to edit it. We might have to make a new one with alpha. Never know. All right. Be good. Have a great Sunday. Stay safe. And I'll be posting all day as always. So we'll see you. Maybe we'll do one tomorrow. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.